saying, Boomer, Sooner, you will be soon enough. A staple of the college football environment. Color-coordinated schemes in the stands. A stripe out today. Students, alumni, all fans have band together to try to make life miserable for these visitors. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Utah State Aggies, taking on a team from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Sooners offense will have the ball first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. And a guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him. I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
And I tell you what, I love this call early in the game. You know why? You get your quarterback hit early. He gets hit. Wait a minute. Nerves settle. Everything's good. You show him the defense that he...
Turning it on! Headed to the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown Sooner! They're on the board first here in the season opener. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Utah State's offense will go to work for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys have decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Bush. Past the 40. On the move at the 30. Touchdown, Oklahoma. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Talking to coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put it together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board. There he goes. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He might want another play. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Working that left side now. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum. And that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Power football with the run. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He's got it. The coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. They'll try the run. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
We'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for room, it's Coleman. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. This time it's complete. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon.
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma. A great catch and run for 6. And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100 touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that have had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's Sooner pristine legacy there.
Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll give it to the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First play of the period, first down here. On the run, it's Crawford. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Got the first down and still on his feet. Oh, look at that toughness, just running through everybody.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. First play of this drive comes from the 27. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Right back to the well. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB. Finally getting some pressure. Finally getting a big hit on him. And that'll...
Oh, he's got some space. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting where it was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And the Sooners get the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Rigby. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Marking at the 17, and they are set up.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's got it on the run. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
And guys, how many first downs is that just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
Trying to set up the screen. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They march 72 yards. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to try to return this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Thomas looking to fire. Here's a heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game. And now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They go to the ground, and the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys
turning it on. Delivers the stiff arm. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sooner!
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
He'll bring it out. It's Kane. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Thomas back to pass. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Sends it back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Zings it complete to the right. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Looking for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Fit it in the window for the score.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, and now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Here's the pressure. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Aggies want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Touchdown, Sooners! Special teams proving to be special.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime.
There he goes. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. On the run, it's Bush. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense taking away away the quarterback's primary target on that play and forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He's got an open man. Nice pickup, gets it to the 20. They move the sticks, and they can still stop the clock. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Shoots it to the left. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip for the house.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Thomas looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Grab near the marker. It's King. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. This Utah State offense has it going. Here we go. Lost to throw again. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And I thought it was a good job by the quarterback really seeing the drag route start to come across the field, and he puts the ball pretty much on the money. And you got to make that play. You got to make those catches to get this offense in a rhythm, to stay ahead of schedule. Those are ones he doesn't drop very often.
These corners going to give these receivers some space. Bringing the heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Another sack. This quarterback group, not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2, taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright, got to protect them. This offensive line has to do a better job.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Takes the handoff. It's Bush. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Breaks into the open. The 30. 10. Touchdown Sooner. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march down the field, and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive for the 25. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright and the least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10.
And how about that, man? If you're a defense, that's demoralizing. You get them in a known passing situation. They slip the...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
You know, I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
Thomas back to pass. Rushes on him. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
offense, you got to do a better job. There's got to be more sense of urgency protecting your backup quarterback. You've already lost your starter due to injury. Now that the backup's in, you know you're going to have to hold on for just that split second longer, and they weren't able to do it there.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Buys a little time. Got out of trouble and throws. It's complete to the right. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the ground with the back. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Give him 109 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rigby. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop it.
He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
On the ground, it's Osborne. That ought to be enough for a Utah State 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
Now on 1st down from the 28. With jet sweep pass. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, running back on the move. Got it across the 35 to the 36, but the defense knew that line to defend, and they force a 4th down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Let's see what he can do with it. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, Dave?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything. On that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll send the tight end in motion. The handoff keeps working on that clock. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. It'll be 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Sooners will punt this one away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Wants to return it. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Thomas looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Working that left side. He's loose. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Looking for space. It's on for drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
The Aggies back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll ride the hot hand. Runs for the tackle. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball. Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Between the uprights, it's good. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and our parents for dinner. Right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
The gift to the tailback. And he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Clock is all zeros, and time has expired here. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Thank you.